Alrighty guys, welcome back to another love ribbon. Let's get started. I'll let out a brief moment. Okay, I read this already. In the next moment, our lips are locked once more, and I cannot say another word. I put my arms down and stop struggling. Zoe's breasts push against mine as her body relaxes. Even through our clothes, I can feel her heart beating every bit as quickly as mine. Despite her cool contentedness, Zoe is nervous, perhaps just as nervous as I am. But unlike me, Zoe isn't afraid to take action. Even without knowing the future, she can confidently take the next step forward. At that moment, I finally understand how Zoe feels. I press my lips against Zoe's own with vigor. Still don't know what that says. I didn't know was inside me. Her eyes widen and then close again as I passionately return her kiss. All my frustration, my pent-up desires, and the relief of finally knowing she feels the same way, all those things find their way into my desperate kiss. Her soft lips part, and I mirror her, parting my own. I feel something soft and wet dart into my mouth. Our tongues meet only for a moment, but my body reacts to Zoe's boldness with a surge of arousal from between my thighs. I'm currently being pressed beneath my sister's lean, beautiful body as I find pleasure from her grinding against me. My skirt hitches up all the way now, leaving only my panties as a barrier between her smooth, firm thighs. The contact of her body and the mind-numbing effects of her tongue exploring my mouth causes a tiny, pleasurable spasm between my legs. Just as I wonder if Zoe noticed it, I feel her shudder and deepen the kiss, grinding her body against me with a renewed force. Damn! I clutch at the sweater, her back, anything to ground myself as my mind slips further into a haze of excitement and rapid heartbeats. Breathing heavily and with eyes half lidded, Zoe pulls away. Wow, that was pretty sexy. After a few minutes of awkward straddling, Zoe and I part ways. Zoe takes a few steps back, giving me her hand to find my way back to my feet. Though weak in the knees, I gratefully accept her gesture and soon face Zoe once more. Zoe, that was... Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. There's no way I can look Zoe in the eye right now, at least not until my body cools down. That was how I really feel, okay? Look, I know I'm not the best at expressing myself or being totally open with my feelings, but what I just did now, even you can't misinterpret that. I know. I understand now, Zoe. Good, because if you didn't, I might have had to do something even more drastic. Maybe I should change my answer. I break into a smile as I finally look at Zoe's face. The moment our eyes meet, the blush on Zoe's face deepens, and it's her turn to avert her gaze. Jeez, you be careful what you wish for. I won't go easy on you just because you're my sister. Yeah, I know. Speaking of which, you have no idea what a relief this is for me. But Zoe, I have something to tell you. You do? The other night when you were drunk, I tried to take advantage of you. We were in my room, and I don't know what came over me, but I pushed you down on my bed. Then you started to take your clothes off, and I didn't stop you. I hate myself. I got so excited by your body that I did such a terrible thing to you. And while you were drunk, I wasn't. What was that? I wasn't drunk. You just assumed that, and I went along with it. The whole time playing, I just wanted to come home to you. I just wanted to touch you. When I saw you doing something as nice as making me dinner, I couldn't bear it any longer. Your neck, your eyes, your cute, soft hands. Every time I'm around you, it feels like I'm burning up. It gets worse and worse each day. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be related anymore. I want us to be able to... At that admission, I suck in a breath. Completely at a loss, I settle for taking her hand. I can hardly bear to look into her eyes, which are burning into mine, but I don't break the contact. Zoe squeezes my hand, then releases it. Unlike a few seconds ago, we're both wearing serious expressions, befitting the conversation yet to come. Alright, let's get straight to it. Aris, I think we both need to calm the hell down. I know I'm the one suggested we get tested, but what good is it going to do if we tear one another apart in the meantime? We both need to take a step back and stop stressing before we do or say something we can never take back. Yes, I agree. It feels like lately we've been so awkward around one another that we might as well be strangers. What I really want is to us just to forget about the test for a while and enjoy our time together. Me too, and to that effort, I would like to invite you on a date. Date? You heard me. You, me, great big city. What do you say? Though surprised, it doesn't take me long to formulate a response. I break into a smile as bright as Zoe's and part my lips. I would love nothing more. Oh yes, very romantic Yuri love. I support their relationship. I wait anxiously in front of the train station as strangers continue to pass me by. For half an hour I stand in the same spot, barely moving. They live together. I don't get why can't they leave the house together. I check my phone, look around a bit, reconfirm the time, and then return to my original position. Like so, I whittle away my time as I wait for my escort. It isn't exciting, but it does help me calm my nerves, and on this morning, that's exactly what I need. That's very nostalgic. We saw this background in the beginning. Why'd I get here so early? I knew Zoe wouldn't show up on time. I complain to myself as I confirm how long I've been waiting. Before I can get too rolled up, however, a familiar figure approaches, smiling happily. Yo, sorry, I'm late. Have you been waiting long? I stare at Zoe bemusedly. I arrived 10 minutes early. You're now 25 minutes late. Yes, I've been waiting a long time. I place my hands on my hips and puff out my cheeks as Zoe scratches the back of her head. You're supposed to say, no, I only just got here. This isn't a TV drama, Zoe. You asked me out, then you showed up late. That isn't a good way to start out a date. Yeah, you've got a point. Why do we have to meet up like this anyway? We live together. We didn't have to arrange a time and a place to meet. It doesn't matter if we have to or not. This is supposed to be a date, right? Don't you want a full date experience? Getting dressed up, arriving at the meeting place early, feeling your heart pounding as the other party finally shows up. I'd rather skip the unnecessary wait. What were you even doing? You didn't actually forget, did you? Of course not. I was just having a hard time picking out an outfit, that's all. Right. We can see that she just wears a casual outfit. I look Zoe up and down. Her outfit is the same casual clothing I will see her wearing. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're the same clothes she slept in. Anyway, is there anything in particular you want to go? I know I'm the one who asked you out, but the places I thought up were nothing special. Not especially. How about we start with one of the places you wanted to go, then see where the day takes us. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go, my dear. Yeah. I can't act like a girl, it's too hard. Zoe begins to walk ahead, and slows her pace to match the time of mine. As we walk together, however, I find little joy in the act. All I can think about is how strange Zoe was just acting. Is this what people act like on a date? She trying too little? Am I acting strange too? These thoughts fill my head as our first destination comes into view. Yeah, so this is our first stop. I'm sure it's not really a good place to go on a date, but I've been spending a bit of time here, so I thought maybe... I stare through the window of the store. Is this a music store? Something like that. They sell instruments, guitar picks and strings, drumsticks, everything you need for a real show. You won't find any CDs or vinyls though. They just sell what you need to make music. I don't know how to say vinyls, probably. I don't know how to say that properly. I see. I'm not sure if I'm saying correct. Looking through the window, I almost gasped as I glanced at some of the price tags. Oh my gosh! 3,000 for a guitar? Are they really that expensive? Nah, not mine, and not any real musicians. Putting an expensive, well-known guitar on display in the window shows people what they sell serious. high quality merchandise. It also makes the prices of other guitars you come across seem more reasonable, even if you're totally overpriced. Ah, so it's a marketing ploy. Something like that. Anyway, I rarely buy anything from here myself. I usually just come to play with instruments that I can't afford. And the staff don't mind you doing that? Not at all. Having a skilled performer play in your live store is a great way to attract customers. People hear me rocking from outside and come in and take a look around. The store gets more customers and I rack up experience with all kinds of guitars. It's a total win-win. Heh, it sounds certainly fun. It certainly sounds that way. I try to laugh as Zoe not so humbly brags about her arrangement. You know, I kind of wondered how you spend your time when we're not together or at school. You really do love music, don't you? Damn straight. I know I should spend more time studying, thinking about my future, and all of that garbage, but to me, music is way more interesting. Of course, it doesn't hurt to get free meals and the occasional paycheck out of it, too. That's true. I doubt there are many high school students who are already making money doing what they love. What would they say if they knew you were playing live shows while they crammed their exams? Is that a subtle job, or are you really complimenting me? A bit of both. I smirk at Zoe. In return, Zoe adopts a troubled expression and turns away. Actually, speaking of shows, I do have one coming up, and it's been a while since you last saw me play. Also, this is kind of important to me, you know? Like it's a big night playing with a serious band, a real step up from usual. So I was thinking that maybe, you know, if you're not busy. I raise an eyebrow as Zoe struggles to express herself. The typically stoic, confident, well-spoken Zoe is nowhere to be seen today. Instead, I have the joy of escorting a cute younger girl who might very well be on her first date. What are you doing, Zoe? Is that any way to ask me out on a second date? We've barely even started this one, you know? Huh? Zoe stares at me dumbfounded. The Zoe I know would have told me clearly that I was coming to a show, whether I wanted to or not. She would have wasted no time with talk of other plans or conditions. She would simply state the time and place, and that would be the end of it. Zoe continues to stare, but only for a moment. She then closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, regaining her usual calm. Right, what am I saying? Iris, I have a gig coming up next month. Clear your schedule because attendance is compulsory. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Zoe and I smile at one another. It's really amazing that you're playing with a band, though. I thought you said it would be some time before they let you. Well, the good news for me and bad news for them is that the old guitarist got into a car accident. That's horrible. He's totally fine, like a bad concussion, but he'll be okay in a few weeks. In the meantime, we're opening for another band, really licious. They're older than Sand, but they got history, you know. So, you open for them? Yeah, we come on stage first and play a few songs while people arrive and the audience fills in. Doesn't sound like much, but it's going to be up on the real stage and everything. Zoe ignores on her knuckle. The grin on her face is seriously depraved. No doubt a product of a wild mental fantasy taking place all in her head. So does this band of yours have a name? Lead and Pink. Pfft. Don't look at me. Those guys decided on a name before I joined. Apparently Pink means, you know. Zoe smirks behind her fist, which now has more indentations from where she was biting it. The color? You know. Zoe wiggles her brows up and down. What's wrong with pink? Love? I don't know. Anyways, that name is a serious upgrade from some of the other ones I've seen. The Stinky Cat Abandoner, Else Anna or Bust, Meep Morphs, all sorts of nonsense. The Stinky Cat Abandoner. How would you have come up with that? Unless you were some high or drunk or are you? Oh my god. When you say it like that, lead and pink. Is it lead or lead? Lead and pink is a nice enough name. What kind of music do you like? Testing my taste? Anything you play, of course. I meant, besides me. Seriously, what do you like? Zoe doesn't drop the subject. She peers at me expectantly as I fidget. Truth is, I don't listen to much music. I only really listen to classical stuff for studying. Oh, really? I peek open at one eye to see Zoe's reaction. She doesn't seem to have changed her expression. What's wrong? Jeez, you act like I just asked if you had a weird fetish. I just want to know what you like. Honestly, some people don't get so enthusiastic about music that meeting someone without the same taste offends them. I'm not like that, come on. Well, you do have a lot of convictions on your ways. I'm pretty sure that's just a sly way to say stubborn. No, honestly, I'm a little jealous. Of what? Of your convictions. How you can decide things so easily? I just mean, you know, what you want to do in life. I don't have any backbone, honestly. I have no idea what I'm going to do for college. Well, what are you interested in? Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I always thought to do my best at everything, get really good grades, and now I'm going to this nice school. I'll be able to get into a really nice college if I play my cards right. But I don't know what for. For a well-paying job? Should I go into the medical field? Business? Marketing? Even if I pick a field, then I'll have to find something with those that I want to do. Right now, and for most of my life, I've just been going through the motions. As Zoe listens to me whine about my problems, I realize how foolish I sound. My voice trails off. Well, it's obvious why you're having these problems. I shrug weakly. I guess I couldn't expect someone like Zoe, who's so willing to matter-of-factly decide her life, to sympathize with me. I think you're having a hard time deciding because there's so much you could do. You're amazing, Iris. You could do anything you put your mind to. Zoe tucks a lock of her hair behind my ear, speaking to me in a soft voice. My face immediately heats up. Well, even if that were true, I don't know what to do. It is true. Zoe softly murmurs, eyes traveling over my face. You're so smart, and you always work so hard. There's so many options out there for you. Me? I've got one-track mind. I'm only interested in playing the guitar. I can't even play anything else. You could do whatever you want and succeed. Of course it's hard to choose. No one's ever said that to me before. Well, it's the truth. You're the most amazing person I know. I have no idea why you're selling yourself short. Is she right? It's a nice thought, but... Tell you what, I'll get rich and you can be my trophy wife. Problem solved. Zoe. What? Then you don't even have to bother deciding. With how unstable the music industry is, you're probably going to be my trophy wife. I'm at least qualified to be a wife. I can actually cook. I playfully swat at her. She dodges, but not quickly enough to escape my grasp. I squeeze my arms around her from behind. She's laughing so hard she's almost snorts. That is seriously not cute. I feel her arms shrug as they're trapped beneath my own, though I can't see her face. She's probably smirking as usual. Even though I didn't get any closer to figuring out what I want to do with my life, it's nice that Zoe has so much faith in me. Though we started off awkward and shaky, we've now managed to return to some semblance of our usual selves. Alright, I think that's enough chit chat for now. What do you say we actually go inside already? I'm right behind you. And it's already afternoon, what the heck happened? Oh what, it goes morning just like that? Wow. So this is where you buy your clothing, huh? I'm surprised, it's actually a pretty nice place. Oi, what's that supposed to mean? I dress far better than you. I dress far better than you do. Liar. You may have the figure of a model, but I'm definitely better than you when it comes to picking out clothes. In fact, don't even think about it. Think about what? Don't play dumb. You were just thinking about picking out some clothes for me to try on, weren't you? I avert my gaze. No, of course not. But now that you suggested it, not happening. Eh? Why not? Because you will pick something pink and frilly and totally nauseating. I will not. I picture Zoe in a magical girl outfit, then as a ballerina. Neither ensemble looks good in my mind, and I doubt it would look any better in practice. My thoughts then turn to something more androgynous. androgynous. Oh my god, androgynous. I don't know how to say that. As I thought, it's definitely gotta be a butler outfit. Oh, so she's like the man, something like that, a bit. You know, I probably should be offended by that, but I'm really not. So, is that a yes? Sure, as long as you put on a French maid outfit as well. I widen my gaze in both surprise and joy. You want to dress up with me? No, I really don't. I just said that because I thought you would. Dressing up together, this is like a dream come true. When I heard that I had a sister, I had hoped we'd do things like try on clothes together. For a while after we first met, I thought it would never happen, but it seems like I gave up too soon. No, you're right to give up. Please do so again. Came here to try on clothes, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to go find a salesperson and ask where I can find the... Zoe? Zoe, come back! Hey! Oh, why is she running off? Come on. I actually want to see her in outfits, different outfits. Come on, Zoe. Wouldn't it be fun to have a bit of dress up during our date? Pretty please? No way. This time you're definitely not turning things around on me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no you don't. Anyways, I'll have you know I happen to have a secret trump card up my sleeve plan, so there's no time for dress up. A trump card? So we're going to walk around the park, see the sights, have something to eat. I want cotton candy. Something proper to eat. After that we'll walk around for a bit more and settle our stomachs. Finally, if you're good, I might agree to go on the Ferris wheel with you. I stare at Zoe in both disbelief and anticipation. So you want to go on the Ferris wheel, huh? That's surprising. I thought you'd be more of a roller coaster type. I said nothing of the sort. I'm obviously just doing it because you might enjoy it. If you don't want to go on the Ferris wheel, I'll happily retract my offer. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Everybody loves Ferris wheels, right? Well, if you want to go on the Ferris wheel that bad, I might have a surprise for you when you get up top. A surprise? Yep, something someone would only do on a date. Oh, let's go right now then. No way, we have to wait until it's nighttime. Then we'll rise to the top, take in the view, then we'll look deeply into each other's eyes, and then we'll go. Let's just go get something to eat, okay? She's embarrassed. She wants to kiss her, and then make love. After briefly leaving the park to eat at a family restaurant, Zoe and I continue to walk around together, side by side. We cover every inch of the park, giving us plenty of time to digest lunch. We lap the park a few times, and finally we decide to call it a day. Before going home, however, there is one attraction without which our date would not be complete. Zoe and I encroach upon the Ferris wheel, and at last we shut down for maintenance? Oh, very sad. I guess a machine of this size would need regular maintenance to keep going. Just how much work goes into running one of these anyway? Oh well, maybe next time. Let's just head home for today, Zoe. Zoe? Gonna ride it. Huh? Zoe grabs me by the wrist. I said we're gonna ride it. Stop that. What do you think you're doing? The Ferris wheel isn't operational, can't you see that? I don't care, we're gonna ride the Ferris wheel together, and that's that. I pull on Zoe's arm as she drags us toward the Ferris wheel. However, Zoe resists my movement with ease. Without even moving her feet, she pulls me back, putting an end to my futile effort. Zoe, stop! Zoe, I know that you're disappointed, but you can't fix the Ferris wheel with your willpower alone. We'll come back another day, okay? You promise? Yeah, I promise. What's wrong, Zoe? This isn't like you at all. It's stupid. I wanted to end our date with something cool. I mean, we've just been wandering around to random places. That's not romantic at all. Zoe, is this your first date? Zoe looks at me, now frozen in place. I just mean, all day you've been acting strange, you know? I'm not saying it's unpleasant. It's actually quite a nice change of pace. But you know, isn't that your first date too? Zoe deflects the question back at me. Taken aback, I stare up at her. She's squaring her shoulders in defiance and stepping towards me, her thick boots at a couple inches to her height, making her glare a bit higher than normal. Wow, she looks beautiful. I let out a rapsy laugh. This is just like the first time she cornered me in the hall. Don't laugh at me. Zoe's voice breaks as she pleads with me. Huh? I snapped my mouth shut and noticed with a start the tears in the corner of her eyes. I'm sorry. The truth is, when I got to the apartment, I was so nervous thinking about a date. I just sat there on my bed thinking about how I was going to go on a date with you, what I'd say, what we could even do. Then I thought maybe I should go buy a new outfit since I didn't have anything special. I walked into 3 stores just before our date, but nothing I tried was on any good. Then I watched you from behind a tree for 5 minutes before I could muster the courage to come over. My heart drops as Zoe finishes her sordid confession. Her shoulders slump so low that her head hangs. I didn't want Zoe to feel bad. How could I be insensitive? Zoe. Feeling bold, I place my hand beneath her chin to raise her head. She doesn't meet my eyes, staring off into the streets. I just want to spend time with you. You don't have to wear anything new just to come see me. I like you just the way you are. Well, you're always saying my taste in clothes isn't to your liking. Oh no, what have I done? I'm sorry I made you so nervous. I didn't realize I'd made you feel so bad. I hide my tearing face in my hands. I can't bear to even look at her now. Wow, please don't cry. Zoe frantically looks around as if someone could rescue her. It made you feel so bad that you didn't even want to come over to see me. No, you idiot. I wanted to impress you. Zoe grabs at her hair frantically while stomping. She then pulls me close and into her arms. Yeah, this is my first date, and I know it's yours too. I just wanted to be special. I just want you to think I'm cool. Zoe slumps onto my shoulder, hiding her face. Pulling her back up, I gaze at her wide eyes with all the warmth in my heart. Zoe, I do think you're cool. Because I love you. Rory practically melts out of her face as she places her own hand over mine. You do? I do. We gaze into each other's eyes as time seems to stand still in the park. You're seriously a dork though. 3 stores and you couldn't find anything to wear? How is that even possible? Psst. I can't laugh. I can't laugh at that. What's that? Okay, I tried. Really, I thought I was bad. I took 3 hours to get ready today. I used my favorite face mask the night before. That's good. Oh, my voice cracked. My trophy wife should look nice and polished so I can show her off. What? I stomp my foot indignantly as Zoe barely hides her smirk. We start giggling like crazy, crude jokes finally breaking the ice. I'm kidding. You look very pretty. I release Zoe's wrist and shake my head in amusement. The moment I do, Zoe slips her hand into mine and locks our fingers together. Zoe? Is something wrong? Zoe smiles back at me happily, as though her action is completely natural. No, it's nothing. I squeeze Zoe's hand and move closer to her side. Without saying another word, the 2 of us leave the park, walking so close together that even a complete stranger could understand our relationship in a single glance. Wow, I'll be damned. New morning, new day. In the time since our first date, we'd been almost inseparable. But with the weekend behind us, Zoe and I returned to school for another week. It's time for the 2 of us to buckle down and study, earning ourselves another weekend of fun. But in this time, our hormones certainly weren't settling down. Lately, we've been finding creative ways to take out our frustrations on each other at home. There was only one thing on our minds, and it certainly wasn't studying. But while I'm happy to wait until we get home, Zoe is not so easy to please. While I was walking to class, I got a text from Zoe to meet her in the stairwell. If I had known this was what she had in mind. Holy, I'll be damned! They flirt, they touch each other. Oh my god, that is. I wasn't expecting that. She looks even more sexy, both of them. Oh, okay. Anyways, gonna have to end it here, guys. It's been quite a while. What a view. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and peace out, yo.
Come on,